Hello, welcome to your January 2022 reading. Sorry for being a few days late, but it is what it is. Okay, so I'm going to be doing a love romance reading for you, and I'll do a few different readings. Feel free to jump to the section that's most relevant to you or watch the whole thing. I'm going to do a horseshoe spread at first with your past, present, future 34 months out, and then we'll have a 12-month outcome for you. I'll do a one-on-one relationship spread. I'll read that as a romantic relationship, but if you want to reinterpret some of the words to a different kind of relationship, you can. I'll pull some oracle cards from the person if you're thinking of a person and you're not sure what they're thinking. Maybe you're out of touch with them or they're just not talking to you for some reason. And then finally I'll do some oracle cards. Then I'll do some oracle cards from Spirit to get a bird's eye view of your romantic situation. And then finally I'll get some angel oracle cards for you. So I'm just drawing these cards for you right now for the horseshoe spread. I did shuffle these off camera, but I did it once on camera just for your viewing pleasure. Okay. And I always read the cards as I read them. I'm not trying to make them necessarily a happy reading or a sad reading. I'll just read what they are. To me, getting a truthful reading is the most useful thing versus having something that's going to be sugar-coated, because you can only, meet your soulmate, once or twice. Maybe you can't be meeting them every weekend, so we'll see what we got here for you. Let me draw some of these too. I just noticed a lot of the other YouTube readings have a lot of very optimistic outcomes all the time, and it actually kind of burns me out because when I watch them, I'm like, man, it just doesn't happen like that. If you start expecting something great to happen and then it doesn't, and then you get that kind of reading all the time on the other videos, it really burns me out. So I'll read what I see, and hopefully it is helpful to you, and I will only read the truth. Alright, so we got your past, present, future, 3 to 4 months out. We got you in a nutshell. And we got fireworks outside. We got your environment, your hopes and or your fears. And then we got your 12th month outcome over here on the edge. Try to move it over a bit. Okay. For you, Gemini, the past. Okay, you got the Queen of Swords reversed. We got Orpheus music. And we got playfulness reversed. It says to recapture romance, allow your inner youthful spirit to shine. And that's reversed. And when I'm pulling these love cards right here, I'm using them as a temperature check to figure out what's going on. I'm not using them as advice to you at this point. So take them as something about reading what's going on versus telling you what to do. Alright. So the Queen of Swords, she could mean a few different things. With this pairing, I really hope the fireworks aren't too loud for you. And the Queen of Swords, generally she's someone who's freed herself, and she's giving herself the truth, and she's above a bunch of gossip. The Queen of Swords is the card of Gemini, so that would mean it takes all the characteristics of Gemini, being an air sign, being friendly, being changeable, but it's in the reverse position, so it's almost like it's taking some of the dark sides of Gemini, perhaps talking too much or saying things with a sharp tongue, saying things like saying things with the intent of hurting, perhaps, maybe. So it looks like that might be going on in your recent past. The other option it could be, which I'm leaning against, but perhaps maybe this works for you more, is you're holding back all those words, and you're kind of having it brew inside of you versus letting it out, in a blockage of some kind. But I'm thinking that you're saying a lot. I think you're just speaking a lot more than thinking about it, because you have Orpheus here, because it's kind of um, like you're seeing, you're just like, it's just like it's coming out and you can't even stop it. It's just like a stream of consciousness. It just came out. You spoke your truth even if it hurt. You didn't edit the truth at all. You just spoke a raw copy of it and it came out. It was there. Also in your past we got this playfulness upside down, so perhaps you were playing in a way to get revenge, or not playing at all. It's kind of like the negative aspect of playfulness. So either you blocked yourself in playfulness, which upside down cards are sometimes like that, or it could be like the dark side of that version. It could be maybe you were, there was a lot to say. Maybe you distracted yourself by going out and, playing, not necessarily in a constructive way, but in a way to like distract yourself from the truth, or escape from reality, perhaps. So what a complicated recent past you got there, Gemini, for your romance. So the present situation, interesting. You have the Sun reversed, we have Uranus, remoteness reversed, and we got express your love. Go ahead and make the romantic gesture. Well, in general, the Sun card is one of the best cards you could get. If it was upright, it would be joy, freedom, liberation, playfulness, honesty, truth. With it being upside down, it could be that you're not experiencing those things, so perhaps the opposite. It's not a very fun time right now. You might feel restricted, the opposite of freedom. You might not, maybe you were expecting things to be better than they actually were. You thought they were going to be more fun, more easygoing. You thought they were going to be liberated, but they're not. It's not what you expected right now. Which is interesting because that's paired here with Uranus remoteness. So there could have been a situation where you were out of contact with someone, and now it's over, or some sort of block. For me, when I've gotten Uranus remoteness, I was completely blocked from someone. So, but with this being reversed, it's like the blockage is over. Perhaps if you weren't like in a fight and you weren't blocking each other in a malicious way, punitive way, maybe one of you guys might have been away working remote in a different country or different state, somewhere on a special project away. That could be the case. But I would probably say it was not necessarily a traveling thing, because even if someone's traveling, you can still talk to them. It's probably more of a case of someone was being punitive and blocking you, or you blocking them. It's a reading though, for you, Gemini. So, I mean, perhaps someone came out of the shadows, came out of the hiatus status that you were in, and they started to express what they were thinking. You might have been able to express what you're thinking, but maybe in a more constructive way, this time in the present situation. So the past and the present sound in line with what's going on with you. Perhaps the future outcomes will be up your alley. So for the 3 to 4 month future, we got the Two of Wands reversed, we got Gaia manifestation, and we got love yourself first. Your self-respect makes you more romantically attractive. But it's reversed. Alrighty. So it looks like in the future you might be holding yourself back from making a decision that you need to make. The Two of Wands wants to be physical actions, physical movement. So maybe you're thinking of moving, or you're thinking of changing something physically in your way that affects your romantic sphere, but you're not quite ready to make the choice yet. You're still weighing the options. And that's here paired with Gaia manifestation, so it's pretty, oh, that hurt so much. I hurt my hand when I did that. You have all the knowledge and the tools you need. You can make anything happen that you want to happen. Here with Gaia, she's the earth. She has all the bounty of the earth. It's just up to you to take the action, like make the choice. Not making a choice is even a choice that you're kind of forcing yourself into. Just pick one of the choices and make one. And it looks like you're going to have some difficulty, because with love yourself first, upside down, I'm going to take that as a block. So you might be making a decision, and you might not be self-respecting yourself. You might not be taking care of yourself. You might be prioritizing someone else first above yourself, which isn't the best thing to do. I mean, if you can't take care of yourself, no one else will, and you can't take care of other people if you're not taken care of, because I mean, you're going to be falling apart mentally, physically, whatever. So you have to take care of yourself first. So perhaps the advice from there would be to, if you're going to make a choice, choose yourself. Alrighty. So this is how you're feeling right now, Gemini. We got the Empress reversed, and we got Larity's faithfulness. So generally the Empress is a pretty good card when it's right side up. It's about abundance, fertility, creativity, having it all, being an expert in the fire, air, water, pentacles, and all the other signs. But it's reversed, so it's kind of like she might be tapping into her darker side, her darker feminine side right now. There could be a sense of jealousy that you might be experiencing with the Venus sign right here. There could be a sense of manipulation or insecurity, which is interesting that you have some of these negative Empress feelings going on, but you are faithful to the situation, to the person you're romantically involved with, because this card is about just like I was gonna say blind loyalty. I didn't necessarily mean to say that, but I guess that was what I was supposed to say. You might be very loyal to someone, even maybe if they don't deserve it. That could be the case. But the loyalty, it seems, at least for now, is something you feel is the most important thing you can offer. Okay. So next we have your environment here, Gemini. The environment is not necessarily under your control, but it does affect your decisions and your outcome. For instance, if it's raining outside, you could still go outside if you want to use an umbrella. You could go outside and get wet, or you could stay inside, but you can't change the rain. Like it's out of that part's out of your control. It's just how you react to it, how it affects you, that you could choose. So it looks like the people in your dating sphere, like, they have the money, but perhaps they're kind of like prioritizing money or things. Pentacles. It's such a weird thing, because like this card is normally about being like a hot mama, being in charge of your money and finances in your life, and having everything you need. But it's like, since it's reversed, it's like perhaps someone's flaunting their wealth, or People might be kind of faking, like maybe they're like showing that they have a lot more than they actually have on an Instagram photo or something. And it seems like the people in your dating series might be partying, drinking. So I mean, in that aspect, that's more conducive to finding love if people are having fun, at least, in socializing. Okay. Next, Gemini, your hopes and or your fears. It looks like they're both fears to me. So one of the things that's kicking around on your subconscious mind perhaps is injustice. You're not hoping for an unfair situation, an unfair treatment. That's something that scares you. So perhaps even you might be scared of some sort of legal action taking place, perhaps a divorce, or perhaps some sort of contract going bad that affects your love life somehow. It also looks like something that you fear is rumors being spread with Epimetheus, I think that's how you say it. In this card, we have all these like air and gas kind of like coming out of these people's, at least it looks like it's coming out of their mouths, and it's here with carelessness. So these might be fears, whether they're founded or not. I don't know. These are just things that are on your mind, and they kind of affect how you make your decisions. So your 12-month outcome is not looking that great, but it is what it is unless you choose to change it now that you've seen it. We got the moon upright, and then we got alchemy, unfairness. So alchemy, unfairness, upside down. When it's right side up, it's horrible. This lady gets treated unfairly. Basically the story of her is like she gets raped by a god. The husband assumes that she was consensually messing around and kicks her out, and then she's living poor in the streets until eventually the truth is found out and he takes her back. But during all that time, she was like a poor person, she was the victim, and then she's treated so badly. But since it's upside down, it could be that it might be coming to an end, whatever unfairness you're going through, which is interesting that, injustice is one of the things you fear, and, in 12 months, unfairness comes to a close, so perhaps your fear of injustice might be founded. We do have that paper with the moon, which deals with the shadow side of yourself, trying to figure out, perhaps there's a truth revealed, a secret revealed, perhaps there's a dark side of you that, you need to recognize. Yeah. Okay, so that's your general horseshoe reading. Let me get the cards ready for your one-on-one reading. Alright, Gemini. I shuffled these off camera, but I'll do it once on camera again for your viewing pleasure. We're going to do your one-on-one relationship spread. So go ahead and pick a person that you're thinking of, a person that's on your mind, and that will be the reading. And I'll be using these romance cards, but at this time, just take them as a temperature check to see what's going on. Don't take them as advice right now. The advice comes at the end. Okay. So this is a relationship spread. I do put more cards than, most people, but that's fine. On the left is you. On the right is your person on mind. And for simplicity's sake, I'll call this, female, this male, but the genders don't matter. Alrighty. So on your side, the current, it looks like this is supposed to be a relationship reading, but okay. It looks like you're struggling to make a decision, and it could be involving money. So money could be affecting your romantic relationship, with this relationship in particular. You're struggling a lot to make the decision, and you're not, because we have the Two of Pentacles upside down. You're not sure what to do. You want to do both, but you can't do both. You have to choose between them, and now you're not doing either, which is probably a very frustrating place to be in. And you have that here paired with Zeus supremacy reversed. There could be a situation where you're worshiping the other person, and it could be kind of like a unfounded or unwarranted, unworthy, worship or devotion to the other person. Especially when I'm thinking of how you had Laertes up there in your other card. So the person you're thinking of, on this side we have strength strength right side up, and we got Charon transition. So the energy they're bringing to this relationship, they're trying to be strong. They're trying to do the right thing. They're trying not to hurt you. They're trying to, use the right amount of strength, not too much, to manhandle this little tiger or lion, but enough to please it. As strange as that sounds. It looks like they are resisting change, though, with this Charon transition upside down. So perhaps there was a change that was needed in their relationship, and they don't want to do it. And it could be that, perhaps they're being a little stubborn about it. If we have the strength here, like they're holding their ground, not wanting to change. The strength card is associated astrologically with Leo. Leos are known for being prideful, being stubborn. So it could be that some of that energy is coming forward in this relationship that they're bringing here. Okay, so in your past shared energy for you, Gemini, we got the Nine of Swords, we got Penelope reunion reversed, and we got getting to know each other. As you reveal your innermost selves to each other, your bond deepens, reversed. Interesting. So it looks like in the past, mutually between you two, there might have been a lot of crying. Sad to say that, but there might have been crying, a lot of sleepless nights, anxiety, trying to figure things out, not feeling good about the situation for sure. And with this reunion upside down, it could be that you were hoping to come together, but it just wasn't working. Maybe you even gave it a few shots, but like it just didn't stick. And it's a really tough card to be experiencing. I mean, it wasn't your past, so hopefully it's over with now, but it's a very tough feeling to be in. And then since that's here with the getting to know each other upside down, it could be that you were not getting to know each other. You were not talking. You were just doing surface level conversations, and you weren't going deep into the heart of the matter. Okay. Present situation for you, Gemini. And I think these cards came up in your other spread too. So we got the Ten of Cups reversed, we got Orpheus music, and we got playfulness. To recapture romance, allow your inner youthful spirit of fun to shine. Okay. Well, it's interesting because the Ten of Cups is, when it's upright, it's one of the happiest situations you can get. You have a full, happy life. and you're very emotionally fulfilled. But it's upside down, so perhaps you have all the things you thought you needed or you thought you wanted, but it's not making you happy still. You're not emotionally fulfilled right now. It could be that you're expressing yourself a lot more now with Orpheus. Whatever you needed to say, it's just coming out. Even if the other person isn't listening, at least you're saying it. So that's all you can do. You can't force them to listen, but you can allow yourself to say what you feel. Or if they're not really gonna listen, you can still just journal it. But I mean, you're getting your emotions said, even though maybe they're not being received. It does look like you're trying to work on the situation. You're trying to make dates, or you're trying to make it work with this person. And here, since you're trying to recapture the romance, I mean, the romance has to be missing for you to recapture it, you know. So there could be something not quite right, not as you expected, not the way you planned it to be. That's in your present situation. Okay, then up here we got your future outcome. We got the King of Pentacles. We got the Hydra challenges, and we got you deserve love, you are lovable. Alright, so it looks like financially, between you two, you're going to have a lot better finances. Maybe one of you gets a job, or one of you gets some sort of income. It doesn't always have to be a job, but you feel a lot more financially stable. It could also speak to a stability in the relationship, like it's less flighty, and there's more groundedness to it. But despite the finances being in a good place, and your stuff, your property being in a good place, it looks like there are challenges between you two. This is an unfortunate card to have. There might be a lot of fights that get picked. Once you think you solved one problem, another one comes up. And it just might feel like it's never ending. Unfortunately, with this card, you deserve love. You typically pull this kind of card when you deserve love, but you're not getting love. It's lacking. And we don't see too many actually romance cards on this. So, I mean, you're gonna have the money that you want, the housing, or the stability that you want, but you're still gonna have challenges, and you're still not gonna have the love that you want because you don't have it now. You're not happy. You're not emotionally fulfilled. You're not spiritually fulfilled. And it looks like you're probably not going to get the fulfillment you want within this relationship. And reading it as a romantic relationship. I mean, if you're thought about you and your boss, or you and your friend, I mean, it could be any scenario if you want to adjust the interpretations to that context. But, so, I mean, the thing was, you have the ability, now that you've looked at your future, to change it. Go in a different direction. Start looking at problem solving skills, communication skills. So when you do have these problems, like, at least you could get them knocked out with ease, and not have it be a big fight, just a little speed bump. Because there's no real challenge unless you allow it to be in your head. Life happens, and things happen, things break. You don't have to take them as a punishment, and you just go and fix them. It's just part of life. So it's partly the mind space that you're going to be in, not to flip out. If your partner flips out, then let them know not to flip out too. It's you don't have to flip out on things. Yeah. Alrighty, so let me pause 1 second. Alright, Gemini, I got that stuff cleared off. So let me pull some cards from the person you're thinking of. And it's a general reading, so hopefully 90% of these make sense to you, but, they might not all make sense to you. Try my best. Okay. So, pulling from a few different oracle decks, I got, I hope you're happy for me. Interesting. When I read that, I kind of read that in the wrong context. Like, I read it as I hope you're happy for me. Like you're doing it as a favor or duty or an indebtedness for that person, that you're happy for them. Versus like, I think what it was generally meant to be is like, I hope you're happy. Seems kind of greedy. I love myself enough to walk away. I couldn't let you get close to me. Reversed, I want to tell you how I feel, so perhaps they're not wanting to talk to you right now. That was bizarre. I felt like I was going to throw up for a second and I had to pause it. So, I want to tell you how I feel. Perhaps they're feeling a little, I guess, disgusted. I don't know. Alright. We got also reversed. It makes me happy to see you heal. Since it's in reverse, that kind of comes across a little bitter to me. They might be jealous that you're doing good without them. Which is kind of weird. Like, maybe they thought you would be really suffering without them, and since you're doing so good, they're like, oh, shit, they don't really need me. So I mean, how am I gonna get this person back if they don't need me? Then we got, I feel so drawn to you. Then we got reversed. The sense and the blinking lights are me. This is actually from one of the ghost decks, but I can normally reinterpret that to a romantic relationship. So perhaps your spirit is trying to send them signs. It's trying to send you signs. Perhaps, maybe if they smoked, you could smell their cigarettes. Or maybe a song that comes on the radio and it was like a song that you both had some meaning to you guys. And they're trying to point to like, hey, I'm still around, don't forget about me. I am happy that it's over, but it's upside down, so when it's upside down, I normally take it as the reverse of, or it's a block, something like that. Or sometimes I'll take it as a highlight, but I'm gonna take it as the reverse of, like, that they're not happy that it's over. Let's see. Happiness comes up a lot in this one. So, I mean, they have some interesting problems, this person. Like, I mean, it looks like they're the ones that walked away, but then they didn't want to let you get close, but they still feel drawn to you, but then they kind of seem like they want it to be back on. So it sounds like whoever you're dealing with is a very confused person. Unless some of these cards don't make sense to you, maybe, because it's a general reading, it's mixing up a lot of energies, but this person seems very confusing that you're dealing with. Alrighty. I'll pull a few more cards and see if we got anything else that comes out. Okay. So let's see. Again, when these are reversed, it could be the opposite of blocked or to the extreme, depending on that. It's something about the card was highlighted. It's not just a straight face value thing. I am open, so it's upside down. They're not open. I have a secret upside down. So you'll have to see for yourself. Do you think they have a secret, or do you think they told you everything? We'll see if there's any more cards that help us figure that out. I gave you my heart. Upside down. I am not confident. Probably to the extreme. They were not confident at all. You don't know everything about me. Upside down. You were too slow. We are not a match. Upside down. So it could be that they do think that you're a match. It could be the reverse of, or it could be they really don't think that. Let's see what else we got here. You don't stir up any feelings. You don't stir up any emotions in me. Upside down, so you probably do stir up emotions in them still. I hesitated. I am not afraid of competition, upside down, so they probably are. Savor the moment. So whatever's going on, they just want you to be happy. We have different spiritual beliefs. That's a tough one because typically people don't change unless they have some sort of spiritual encounter for their first hand, which is fair. Why believe things that don't happen to you? You are so intelligent, but upside down. So either they think you're really smart or they think you're dumb. But I mean, I'm gonna probably say they thought you were really smart, perhaps too smart. Geminis are highly intelligent people, so it could be even intimidating. The mental speed that you have. Let's see what else we got. I don't make enough money, upside down. Perhaps that could be like a self-worth thing. We got what you see is what you get, upside down. I'm gonna take that one as probably since it's upside down, like there's still one more secret that they have. I have a secret over here. Let's see. Yeah, I mean, I think these kind of speak for themselves. Alrighty. Let me pull some oracle cards from Spirit to see if there's anything else Spirit has to say about your romantic situation. Alrighty. Okay. So this is a bird's eye neutral view, not one person's view or the other. We got abundance. You've done all the work. Abundance flows to you now. Then we got upside down, mastery. You've learned the spiritual lesson. So perhaps you haven't learned the spiritual lesson if you're still asking about someone and they're gone. Let's see. We got new love. A new love or recommitment to love is developing, but it's upside down. So it could be that it's not developing, something stagnating in your life. We got upside down, forgiveness. Forgiving yourself or another will help you move forward. I'm going to put that one as an extreme because forgiveness can't ever go wrong. Just because you forgive, though, you don't have to forget. We got fate. This is a destined partnership. So whatever is happening, if you're wondering, I mean, it's happening for a reason. Even if it's not a long-term, ultimate relationship, it's still happening between you guys because you both opted into it before you were incarnated. And we got integrity. Does this situation align with your values and morals? So you might be in a situation where there's no integrity right now. So it could be this is a situation that, you're trying to decide, is this relationship something that represents me? Maybe it represented you a month ago, a year ago, 5 years ago, whatever. But today, does this relationship represent me? Does it have the integrity? Are they treating you right? Are you treating them right? Sometimes people will do and say things because they don't want to be in the relationship, and it's easier to mess up and get broken up with versus to just say, hey, I think I'm moving on emotionally. So if there was something, infidelity or whatever, that could have been a way of saying that they were over, or you were over, you just didn't realize it yet. And that could be the thing that's destined between you guys, is, to learn the lesson and learn to say no, or learn to end it when it's over. Alright, so I cleared those cards out, and last thing I'm going to do for you, I got 2, I guess, is pull some angel advice cards for you. Alrighty, so these are now advice to you from the angels. And some of these are job hobby cards, but I mean, you can either take it straight as a job hobby advice, or we'll put it on your context of romance. We got you know what to do. Archangel Uriel. Trust your inner knowledge and act upon it without delaying. We got prosperity. Archangel Ariel. Your material needs are provided as you follow your intuition and manifest your dreams into reality. So if money was affecting your relationship, it looks like that won't be the problem, at least. You might have problems, but it won't be money. Alrighty. Which is kind of good, because then you could focus on the real problem and not money, because money is not, you don't need that as a challenge necessarily. Okay, anyways. Moldavite. Never heard of that one. Unconventionality. Your unique qualities are an important part of your life purpose. It's okay to feel and be different from others. So, if you were considering a unconventional relationship, that could be something you think about. Whether you know for sure it is or isn't for you, you at least think about it for a second. Perhaps you might want a polyamorous or non-monogamous or something relationship. That could be you, or maybe the relationship has something else. It has something else that's weird about it. And it's just really up to you and the other person to agree to it. No one else really has to approve. We got reconciliation. Someone from your past is returning to your life. And this is coming out as advice, so maybe it's a warning. It could be a warning, or it could be maybe the person that you were yearning for is coming back. We got you're on the right path. Keep doing what you're doing because it's working. And we got Themis, natural order. Let me read that one. Okay. The history is short, so I'll read that too. Themis is a goddess of natural order and justice. The daughter of Gaia and Uranus. Kind of related to unconventionality. Okay. She is known for her wisdom She is known for her wisdom and acts as counsel to Zeus. Themis governs the law of nature as opposed to the law of humankind. When Themis' order is not respected, Nemesis, the goddess of retribution, punishes the offender. The message. Justice is balance, and balance comes with order. Themis is the balance of all things as in nature. All things have a natural order, day and night, harmony and chaos, birth and death, and when we struggle against this natural order, we come severely out of balance. This is the time to get your life in order. Clear your bedroom and personal space. Organize your schoolwork and activities. Keep your body clean and healthy. Keep your relationships clear and honest. Order can take hard work and focus, but it is necessary. It is time to look at all the aspects of your life, both on the innermost and outermost levels, and face them on head on. You may need to check your grades or deadlines, confront a person or institution, or deal with personal issues, habits, or beliefs. We often experience pain and circumstances that feel unfair, but in time all things find their natural way of returning to balance. and they do not need to be forced. Justice is not an eye for an eye. Justice is the natural order of the universe. You cannot control other people, nor can you control every event that happens in your life. You can control your own actions and do what you believe is right. If you are clear about your life and honest with yourself, then justice will surely follow. And that's interesting because justice was one of the fears that was kicking around in your first reading. So I suppose justice, it'll fix itself eventually. But you could take actions to get things right too. Okay, so this is your July reading, Gemini. I hope it helped you. Thank you.